Hey gang, Jones back here with another video. Today we're going to dive into some of the new ballistic info recently released to us. I gotta tell you, it is insane. Let's get into it. So in Gray Zone Warfare, we're going to have access to various different types of ammunition. So for example, SP, soft point rounds, which are engineered to expand on impact, which excel against unarmored adversaries. So such as like the low level pirates that walk around with like, t-shirts, stuff like that, they're going to excel against those adversaries. Another round that we're going to have access to is FMJ or full metal jacket rounds that excel in penetrating targets. Also, AP or armor piercing rounds that excel at breaching armor defenses. I'm going to show a video here in just a second about what the difference is between those do as far as penetrating like a metal wall that we got a video released today. Super cool stuff. Now, finally, we have HP or hollow point rounds that are crafted to expand upon entry with generating more damage and has a balance between pin and impact. Now, the video that was released today, I just mentioned it. It shows the difference between the FMJ and AP rounds going through metal walls and shows the massive difference in penetration from a specific round going through these metal walls. Now, obviously, I'm going to have this video playing as I'm talking about this, but you can see the difference is absolutely insane between these two rounds, and it makes you really think about what you're trying to do. And we'll get into the cavities later, but like even just the simple like penetration through metal walls, it really makes you think about what decisions you want to make. Now, expanding upon the decisions that you want to make, it's not only about, the penetration through like walls, metal, wooden, whatever it may be, but it's also about the impact, the cavities that these create. Okay, so it's not about the trajectory, it's what the impact that matters when the bullet actually hits someone. So upon striking a target, a bullet's transfer energy fluctuates depending on specifications and the composition of the obstacle. And then not only the obstacle itself, but factors such as bullet rotation, deformation, tumbling, and after penetrating a barrier. So, for example, firing through a wooden wall may diminish penetration while also increasing blunt force trauma. So all those things are in a factor. It's not only the material that you're shooting through, whether it be a t-shirt or an armored plate, but it's also the round, what the round does to that specific individual or the material that you're shooting through. Like the thought about all of this going into a game is absolutely insane, and I'm so excited for it. So the best example we can get are from the ballistic gel that they simulated within the game, which is, it's insane that they even did that. But they simulated it. So it shows the different rounds and how they react. And it's a good visual representation of what they're talking about. So in this video that I'm showing right here, it's going to show different rounds like 9mm and FMJ and AP rounds. It's going to show them just going into the ballistics gel. And then not only that, they go through wood, and then it shows the impact or what the cavity is going to be created. So what it simulates, what it's going to do to, a body, or what it actually does when it does hit something. So like, it's just remarkable that they did this, and I'm so excited for it. I know I just got done talking about that, but it is actually insane what the amount of detail that they're taking to make this such a good, or hopefully such an amazing game. So not only is it super cool that they're taking the time to actually try to really simulate real life to the best of their abilities, it also comes down to their slogan, every move matters. And it really does come down to like the possibilities. You have to think about like who you might run into, what you might run into, and take those choices into consideration when you are going on these raids or missions. And I'll put a link up or a tag up at the top of the video, and you can look about where I talk more about the player choice, and I talk about how this game is Tarkov but different. And it goes into some of the details about like player choice and how much I really enjoy that. And I think they're doing a great job at helping expand the player choice, because I feel like that's very vital in a game, and I love the vision that they have with this. If you are enjoying the video and want to keep up on all Gray Zone news, and not only Gray Zone news, but also content after the game is released, consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. Another aspect that they talk about is ricochets. So it's an example of like a soft material like wood, which results in like a wider ricochet angle and a lower velocity compared to like hard material like steel. Now this is wild, not only talking about like wood and steel, but I'm going to show part of the video here in just a second about water, which blows my mind into a million pieces. So this occurs when a particular impact angle is consistently maintained. If the angle is exceeded, the projectile goes straight into the water instead of ricocheting off. That is insane. So going from not only wood, metal, different things like that, stone, I'm sure there's brick, whatever it may be in the game, but also water. So there could be some instances, maybe funny or not funny instances, where you accidentally shoot water and clip your friend. We're not for sure, but I think it's a really cool aspect of the game. So they also show and tell us a little bit about recoil. So as you can see, these two different pictures in M4A1 with different characteristics. So coming down to the accuracy, recoil control, arm stamina, manipulation, which manipulation obviously means, like, to me at least, it's like handling how easy you can throw the gun around, and reload time. Now, they also simulate not only from real life applications where the gun changes from consecutive rounds, being fired off, but they also the weight of the gun, the rounds that are fired. So it talks about how if you have a full clip of ammunition based on the weight that the bullets are in the clip, and then you empty that clip on your last bullet, it can change recoil up by 10% just given the weight of the bullets that are in the clip, which is really, really cool stuff. Great, great detail. So the last thing I want to talk about a little bit, which we know a little bit about, is the body and health system. So it takes all these calculations into consideration. So it takes the round and like how big the cavity is created. You got to think about when the cavity is created within the body, if it gets hit, like say you're unarmored or it goes through that armor and then the cavity expands, you got to think about like these organs, bones, different materials in your body, and it's going to simulate like real life things. Like you can have limited movement, worsened aim, loss of hearing. You can have broken bones. I've talked about this in a previous video, but like if you get hit in the lung and it expands, you're also, it maybe goes through the ribs, breaks your ribs. You're in pain because of that. You get hit by your lung. You can't move as fast for too long because your stamina's down. You're also in pain. You're also in bleeding, so you have to take care of the bleed. Just a multitude of different things that they really take in consideration. I think it's really, really, really cool. The amount of detail that the devs are showing for this game is absolutely remarkable, and I can't wait to get my hands on this. Also, be prepared for another video soon, as they have announced they will have raw gameplay footage soon. But with that being said, guys, I'm Jones. I'm out of here, and I will see you in the next one.